Welcome back to the Red Bench, the series where we sit down with members of the Cities of Hero community and explore the story behind the player, the creator, and the personality who helped shape the Homecoming server. Today we're joined by Linea Alba, creator of the infamous 801 challenge mission. Over the years, countless of hero and villain have tested themselves against the encounter, earning the 801 a reputation as one of the most recognizable architect entertainment experience on the server. Today we're gonna discuss Cities of Hero, character build, game design, the origin of 801 and the person behind it. So take a seat and welcome to the Red Bench.
Hi, I'm Linea.
Welcome to our bench. It's been difficult to get us together, so
That's life,
yeah.
being an adult.
So you was about to talk me about your username. What signification it is? Any story behind this?
No, it was a joke. It stuck. I live with it.
Oh yeah? What kind of joke can you go...
Well, Linea Alba is actually used for several things. It's white line. And so it depicts various... It's like a piece of anatomy. It's actually more than one, because obviously there's white lines all over in anatomy, but also white lion, a misspelling.
Okay.
Or a mispronunciation. And basically, I don't even remember who did it, but it was one of the guys that I played. Games probably back before this, because that was back in probably the Ultima Online days.
Oh, God.
And it stuck, so I kept it. I mean, at this point,
Yeah, it's become your username. I totally get that. And I have a burning question for you. In real life, you're a villain or a hero?
Well, my wife says I'm a Boy Scout. Me, I'd say I'm a little more jaded than that, but probably a hero.
Yeah?
I'm just not quite a hero. Our house rules are protect the kittens. How you treat people that are vulnerable to you says a lot about yourself. So you protect the kittens. You can't protect every kitten. You can't save every person. But if you can do something, do something.
Yeah.
I got a wife and kids, so I can't necessarily do what I might have done when I wasn't married. For instance, in one situation, I don't want to get too specific, but something was happening. I would have normally intervened, but I had somebody with me that would be vulnerable and in the line of fire. So I said, no, we can't. Both of you have to get in the car, and we need to leave immediately and call 911. So I guess that kind of makes me a hero, but at the same time, not entirely, because I have to protect my family and my friends, even in bad situations, and sometimes you can't always do the thing that you might want to do because it puts other people in danger too.
Yeah.
Real life's a lot messier than a video game.
Yeah, for sure. So we're most likely vigilant at this point.
Yeah.
And do you recall your first day in Cities of Hero? That's my channel. It's all about, so that's why I'm asking. Did you have servers? Really? What was your taste back then? Your feeling?
My first day, I don't know, but I can say around that general period, I ended up with an MA Regen Scrapper and a DDD Defender. And all this was probably between issue 4 and 7, exactly when. It was after you couldn't do some of the first 3 issues were just insane craziness. They didn't really even learn how to make a game, maybe really until issue 7 at least. So there was a lot of stuff back then that, if they did it over, they would definitely not even begin to do that from the start.
Yeah.
So that's probably about where I started. I really liked the MA regen and really the 3D defender. Even today, a good 3D defender, when it joins the team, it makes a good team great. It's probably one of the most iconic historical choices for a defender you can get, and it is still as good today as it was back then.
Okay. Do you play on a specific server? You may have encountered yourself at one point.
I mostly play on Excel and Everlasting. I joined the Repeat Offenders super groups coalition long time ago.
Okay.
And because they basically they kind of invented the offender, the offensive defender, and that pretty much is exactly what I was already doing. So I've kind of been associated with them, well, forever. Not even sure where I was going with that, but yeah, they're on Everlasting.
Okay.
Mostly, and because it's the RP server, and they do more than just playing the game. And I end up on Excel more because it tends to be easier to get teams together, and because I do really hard content, and I can form a team for hard content
more easily here.
2 to 4 times faster on Excel than I can on Everlasting. Of course, it's a little weird because Everlasting's probably where I've had the level 15 teams, and it's hard to go above level 7 or 8 on Excelsior. So it's weird in that some of the strange hardcore players are on Everlasting, and at the same time, it's easier to get teams together for hard content on Excel. It doesn't have to make sense. Just that's kind of how it falls.
Yeah, that's how you feel it. Alright. And I know you have cooked a nice build over the past years because I did some digging. Is there one that shines more than the other? And can you talk a little more about it?
The 2 builds, the one that probably the most known nowadays, current, would be Angel Hornet. The original build was Kiski, a time DP defender, way back. Well, I mean, there were other builds before that, but as far as the crazy hard builds, it started with her. Whenever it was that DP first came out, issue 13, 14, 15, somewhere in that range, nukes were still crashing. You didn't have crashless nukes, but DP did. Okay. And we just got Judgment, and we just started getting some of the incarnate slots, and so I combined those together to make a defender that was effectively a tank, and balanced her build. She balanced to literally within 0.01 EPS for a full burn, full offense, full defense, tank level armor, infinite. So she could do her thing and never ever break. And that's kind of not how people build builds. Most people, they build, whoever kills first wins. If you finish the fight with 1 HP and 1 endurance, you win. That's offense. So I built to the kind of not entirely the opposite, because I still want to, finish the ITF. For instance, Kiski was one of the first ones that I did a +4 X8 ITF with, because it was at that time it would have been unheard of for a defender to solo a +4 X8 ITF. It just, scrappers could barely do it. So I took a defender and I did that. And that's kind of the core of what a lot of the repeat offenders did with their offensive defenders. And so after that, a lot more did it. But back then, that also took 16 hours.
Oh my god.
So, it's I believe some people called it a campaign build. It's not a for a battle. It's not for DPS. It's not necessarily for defense. It's for long-term, wear your opponent down over a long campaign. I believe that's how they termed it. So basically, I build a campaign build design, not glass cannon, not a brick wall that can't do any damage. Somewhere in between. And Hornet has like 350 DPS in full armor when she's pushing her armor really hard. That's actually good DPS, but it's terrible when you consider that the same build rebuilt for pure offense could be 700 or 750. Yeah, you pay a lot for that. But at the same time, that offensive build could not, say, solo 3-star. You have to combine defense and offense.
It's in a good balance.
The balancing thing, I always try to balance. I don't so much now because the devs have gotten smart. They've learned a lot. The new devs have learned a whole lot more.
Than the previous one, eh?
But they learned, for instance, like Kiski. I was really upset when they finally started fixing some of the things she did, because her build was that perfect balanced build that could fight forever. Now, she still could probably fight 15, 20 minutes or an hour or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah.
But she's no longer balanced to infinity. Still do that. I aim for 5 to 15 minutes. The build should be able to hold out that long. Okay. Hornet can go about 15, but typically only goes in like 3, 7, or 15. And then long term, she can repeat that 15 several times with a short break, so that she can go out to about 90 minutes nonstop with just short breaks in between. I always aim for 95% to hit. Like right now, I'm rebuilding all my builds for +5, and I want 95% to hit without aid versus +5. I'll settle for 93.
Wow.
Because you have build up, you have aim, you have tactics from teammates, all these things. But you also have armor on the other guys too. Not everybody's going to be 95 to hit because the other guy may have armor. But I aim that way because that means I'm actually very capable by myself. You buff me, then I'm insane.
Yeah, you become insane with all the
buffs. I do the same thing with resist and defense. I don't assume active mitigation in at least 95% of my builds. I do some. And so I aim for, passive mitigation. I aim for that, 15-minute burn time. I really want to be able to fight hard, survive, and I may not win, but they're going to remember I was there.
Yeah. It's the way to challenge yourself at the same time.
Yeah, and none of it's easy because it's 4-dimensional chess. That's the other thing, which I kind of explained in that post, was it. Everybody says, "Hey, you never die. How do you do that? You're not even a tank, and you're tougher than the tanks." No, not really, because it's 4-dimensional, and you don't have to be. Since I'm not the tank, a tank has to actually be that durable all the time. There cannot even be a 5-second gap or a 7-second gap, or even 1 second if you're in heavy pressure, because that 1 second that you slip,
you're done for.
You're gone, and then the team's gone. Tanks are different, but as a scrapper, I can get away with it because I can shed the aggro. I can disengage for 7 seconds and then re-engage.
Yeah.
So it's different, and that was one of the things I've mentioned in Hornet's build. Is actually, it's kind of an illusion. Yeah, she's tougher than a tank for, say, 7 minutes or 15 minutes or 60 seconds or 90 seconds. Sure, she can do this over and over for an hour and a half, but within that, there's always that small 7-second, 15-second, 23-second, whatever it is, gap where she's extremely vulnerable.
And you have no choice.
That's how you.
Yeah.
You have to play and plan your missions, and of course that's why she gets killed in teams, because the team doesn't slow down. She needs to stop. They charge ahead. They get splattered, and then what's left comes rolling over top of her and squishes her too.
Oh, oh God, yeah. You have to be picky with who you team for with that character.
Yeah, I'm just like, man, if you guys had waited 7 seconds, we could have done it.
Sometimes just 5 seconds can make a difference, and we see it with the 5 life experience. I'm not sure if you have followed along Dark Current on that specific topic. I know you requested last time some tweak for duo camping with the Doomsday Initiative. But you
sometimes 5 seconds is a lifetime.
Yeah, it does. I mean, you have played a lot, and I did play a lot with POG teams, and sometimes people just go rushing. Some power set required to be tricky, like the trick arrow or the device that you have cooldown between each fight, and those are power that are less used by people from my perspective of view. True. I have another question for you, my friend. I know you're well known in the community of Cities of Hero for your AE mission, the infamous 801. Care to elaborate on the design of those mission thinking and what's behind all this nonsense?
Yeah. 801 actually started a long time ago, and it wasn't named 801, and it was just how I tested my armors.
Okay.
And that original version looked tremendously like the White Mission in the Labyrinth. And I did not actually, it wasn't something that anyone could survive. I actually had one tank survive it. But it was how long you could last in that firestorm was how I rated the builds. You know, Kiski could last a minute or two, a tank might last 90 seconds, so forth, so on. That evolved over time, and because other people said, well, can you do this? Can you do, people tried it, and they started asking for variations. Okay. Eventually, as Homecoming comes around, it evolves into 801, because 800 was, in my terms of thinking, was like, level 80, 800. That'll be really, really hard. So these will be incarnate missions after the incarnate missions. And so I started with a design that I basically wanted to balance to be a little bit harder than standard content, wanted to kind of be equivalent to the current incarnate content, but then I kind of felt like the current incarnate content was a little too easy, so I kind of edged it up a little. And I wanted to show that the whole idea here was because people were asking me for this, and they were asking, hey, we want harder missions. This isn't hard enough. Why can't the devs do this? Why can't the devs do that? So basically I took 801 as a way to show what could be done with the existing technology, with what's in the game, in order to create challenging content that wasn't too challenging, but also how you could slowly ramp up the difficulty. It's one of the things that I saw when people were trying to do hard content is they would do it and they test it, like +0 x1, and then you go in with a team +4 x8 and flat, just completely unplayable. For instance, one mission I went in where a guy designed it, he thought it was awesome. We go in and it was literally level 54 AVs, wall to wall, all of them with FF bubbles, hard capping their defense. Oops.
All right. Oops. Yeah, indeed.
They never tested it +4 x8. They played it, one AV, and it was awesome. The AV had FF, which, if it's one AV with FF, no biggie.
Yeah.
But then when you put a whole team in, it spawns wall to wall overlap.
It's like 12 of them one site together. Whew.
Not 12. It was like 30 or 40.
Oh, God.
It was literal wall to wall, the entire giant room, multiple spawns, all FF bubble AVs.
Oh my God.
So
that's insane.
This is and you would get, if you go looking for hard arcs, you will find things that are very similar to that, where they basically have entirely too much debuff. Like minus 10,000 defense because they put a bunch of rads in. Okay, nobody can survive that.
No.
Even if you have capped DDR, you're still instantly dead. So I wanted to actually balance that. And it turns out it's really, really, really hard with the existing tech to balance that. So I had to actually modify by hand the AE files and the AE critter files, the CVG files. All of those had to be modified by hand in order to ensure that you did not actually get those, wall-to-wall debuffs, wall-to-wall bubbles. And 801 actually ended up on, I think it's a ratio of like 1 in 3, 1 in 4 can be dangerous, and then the others are something else. And that way, even when it spawns X8, you don't get, minus 1,000 defense. You can do minus 100 because that'll flatline an armored blaster, for instance, but not a DDR capped tank. So the tank survives like a tank should, but the blaster gets squished like the blaster should because they're not really armor.
Yeah, they're not armor for that kind of.
Yeah, you can't have minus 2,000 endurance, but you could have, say, minus 50 or minus 100. A sapper by itself is not a problem because you kill it quick. One mob that can sap, if it can hit you, is not a problem because you have ways to mitigate that.
Yeah.
But everything in, wall-to-wall electrics, for instance, everything sapping, that becomes unplayable again very quickly. So that was basically where 801 all came from, was to show what can we do with the tech we have. How can we do it? How can we make it ramp up from a little bit harder to a little bit harder to a little bit harder, all the way? And, I originally only went to like 801.2. It was really just,
those difficult
tech-based incarnate group that's a little bit harder than the magic-based incarnate group that we started. But then some people wanted a little easier. They said, that's a little too hard for me to solo. I'm a controller. So we ended up with, 0 and 1 instead of 2. So that you got 3.
Okay.
Ramping up from basically solo size to mid-team size to large team. And then somebody said we want it harder, so you got what went to 5. And then somebody said harder, so 7. Next thing you know, there's 15 different levels of it because there was always somebody that wanted a little bit harder because they wanted to take their SG through with a special team and see what they could do. And there have been teams that have finished at this point, lots that have finished difficulty 15.
Wow. Okay. That's awesome.
I can tell you a few other things in there. There's some quotes from the devs, because I talked to devs about this too. One thing that was really common in the COH design back then was anything that was dangerous was actually like a minion. Surgeons, sappers, so forth. There were very few instances where you had anything dangerous that wasn't a minion. And this is actually something that you'll see that the devs have done since then too. We talked about it, and I flipped it upside down. Everything can be dangerous, including an incredibly dangerous EB. So now you have to decide, do you take out the dangerous minion, do you take out the dangerous boss, or do you take out the dangerous EB? And it may not always be the same choice every time. So even with existing tech, we can actually make you make choices and think about things.
That's evil,
you may not
but
always
that's
have
nice.
Good choice either. It might have to be bad choices. I did not. The devs did. When they did the labyrinth, they did put psionics in. They also put some toxic in. I put some toxic, very little. I did not test psionics because at that time, if you go back 5 or 6 years, however long it's been, everybody was weak to psionics. There was nobody that had armor against psionics, so there was no point in putting psionics in because that would be the failure point for everything.
Yeah.
We all fell on the psionics. Yeah, we know that. If you do the 801.2, you'll find that it has 24 spawns. Each of those 24 specific spawns literally is designed to test one specific thing about your armor set, one specific test, one specific thought, one specific hurdle.
Wow.
Be it, like for instance, one of them will bubble the tank. So the team has to survive losing the tank.
Yeah, because he's on lockdown. Oh shit.
This happens in the Labyrinth too. There's one particular set of Labyrinth mobs that will do that to you too. And it's so annoying, which is why there's one and only one.
Yeah.
Uh,
And do you feel that
yeah,
the labyrinth is more closer to what you did as a work than, let's say, the peacekeeper group?
Callisti, the Blackwing.
Yeah, the Blackwing.
Well, see, I'm not sure how much I can talk of what I can say and not say. Blackwing was also designed post 801, and the devs did know about and have played in 801, or at least some of them have.
Okay.
So the things that you see in 801, they're not an accident. Blackwing is very similar to 801. The Labyrinth is, I'd say probably Blackwing is pretty similar to 801 in the 2 to 5 range, and the Labyrinth is similar to 801 in the 5 to 7 range. That would be my opinion, and other things I can't say because I don't know if what I'm allowed to say and not allowed to say.
Okay. And of course, I imagine you play other game than Cities of Hero to get some idea for your stuff, or you're just playing this game?
Right now, I mostly play City. I do play other things from time to time. I disappeared playing Solasta for about a year.
Take a little
I do
break.
play various games like that.
Yeah.
There's a very, very old game called Stars! Exclamation. You can even find it on Wikipedia. That was one of the original. I just absolutely loved that game. And you know, there have been other games all through time. Just yes, I play other things from here to there. You know, I take a break from COH for 6 months or a year, play something else, come back here. COH just kind of, you know, it's like home.
Yeah, it's been your game, like most of the folks that are watching our video. I have a final question before we have some playing time. With all those knowledge of 801 mission you did and everything you know, one of my viewers asked me the burning question: are you part of the Homecoming Aiden team?
No,
Oh.
I am not a Homecoming dev, but I do know a couple of the devs. A couple of the devs have, you know, I talk to them sometimes. I'm in the beta. I even play with some devs from time to time. And yes, the devs have followed me around when I was playing Hornet, doing the 2-star runs solo. I don't know how much of that was they were watching me, but they were debugging and working on it at the same time. And I have been called, one of them called me evil.
Evil.
I'd put that one on my tombstone. But, you know, well, I mean, at the time that I was called evil, I think it was the Ripple Surge fight. They shadowed me in there while I was figuring out and learning how to take down Ripple Surge in 2-star. So, you know, they said, you're just evil. Or just plain evil or something like that. So yeah. I've been around a long time. Yeah. A lot of us have, though. The truth is, you've probably played with devs too, whether you know it or not.
That's a good question. For the Homecoming, I'm being back like 2 years from now on. Before I was so much busy with the life choices. But I did play on the original server owned by NCSoft back then. On Guardian. Playing villain side only. Yeah, I'm those kind of shenanigans. Well,
I play both sides.
Oh yeah?
I do all of them. Yeah, I don't do a lot of Praetoria because it doesn't go up to the levels I like to play at. I like to have a complete build because, you know, for me it's the puzzle of that high level build. What can I do if I take all these pieces and put them together in the most complex way and then manipulate them? And then you get completely absorbed into the game because literally if you blink, you fall over dead. You blink, you die. That's would be the title of my builds.
Well, let's say we're gonna play and die at this point. I think you got something in mind, right?
Sure, we could take Hornet into some labyrinth missions, which I have not done, so I actually have no idea what you can handle.
I can probably tell you. That the labyrinth, the Trials of Combat, that's what we'll be doing. The devs, or at least one dev, said that is as close to 801.7 as any standard dev content will ever come.
Wow.
Nothing else is going to push this way. Other things will be designed differently, like, you know, the new hard modes where they use different mechanics and things.
Okay.
And Hornet is only rated for 801.6, which means if we do this plus 4x8, we should die. So I'm going to go for plus 3.
Okay.
And cross our fingers. And spin up armors.
Can give you some
One of the other devs, when that dev said that, says, no, regular content's not going over 801.5. So, yeah.
Everybody, you know, hey, there's people that play with and even I have taken a petless MM through a plus 4x8 ITF solo, just because I wanted to show it could be done. There are players of all levels, of all types. Everybody doesn't like hard content.
Yeah, some of them like just to do mission content and do soft stuff. I know we've been through hard content with Dark and previous experience, so I have already a taste of the bitter taste, actually. So that's why
I got probably going to die horrible deaths.
It's gonna be an horrible death. Okay.
Probably.
Oh, well, that's an evil foe there already. Yeah, they didn't like that, eh?
I am debuffed badly. Ooh, that hurts.
Oh yeah, it did hurt. I didn't have the time to do anything. Wow. That was evil.
Yeah, I'm having resistance problems. Defense is holding steady. But this is not pretty.
I know, it's not. I killed a few of them to make you some juice, but oh god.
Ooh, that's not good.
I don't know, it doesn't.
I missed a click. I was distracted. I haven't played Hornet in a long time, so I'm off my game. I missed by about 7 seconds there. I should have done better.
Shit's happened. Well, you're still there. Yeah, somebody is putting his feet on my stomach. That's not cool.
And that psionic is just destroying me.
Yeah, it's pretty damn freaking evil.
Well, that's the other thing. I'm rebuilding builds to cover psionic too, and I have not rebuilt Hornet yet.
Is there something that you would like to remove from what you put on her?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I mean, she's great as she was, but she was not built for psionic. And the Labyrinth has come out since then, and the Labyrinth has psionic. Oh, fracking healer. Time to kill him. Didn't see him. Should have spotted him before now. No wonder it's so hard. Alright, let's back off, pull them down.
Yeah, let's take some.
Pull them back, get away from those guys. Plus, I'm going to crash in about 20 seconds.
Oh, you got the crash one? I'm gonna try to take some aggro.
I'm
gonna cover you.
Crash.
Cover. Yeah.
Crash is coming. Star.
Boom. I did fantastic job on our mission before we did the vocal stuff. We have a good team in the back to help us.
Dang it, I messed up the crash.
Oh shit. Okay, gonna try to...
Alright, recovering.
yeah. Taking aggro for now.
Man, I had the wrong loadout, so I did not bring any blue. Which was a mistake.
Oops.
Alright. Less than 10 seconds.
Oh yeah.
And as you can see, I fumbled my transition and would have been dead solo. So as I said, I have not been playing her a lot.
Yep. You have to be careful. Yeah, they did evil stuff in that labyrinth.
So yeah, I'd say, one, I made lots of mistakes there, that each one would have killed me solo.
Okay.
So yeah, no way I can do above plus 3x8 in this. And yes, I'm terribly rusty.
That's fine. I've been playing Dominator for the past week, so I'm finishing a Dominator build right now. So I'm a bit rusty with that character right now. So let's make 2 rusty boys.
Alright, if we're really gonna do this, let's see.
We can do pull and retreat. So bring a few of them.
Give me about, I believe that lasts for 2 minutes, so I'm probably good. Wish I had a nuke because that'd make this easier, but here goes nothing.
All right. Oh, they're gonna be angry at me also.
Oh, jeez. There's enough psionic there to take out a warship.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay. Well, those are evil. Yeah, you're holding aggro very well, too.
Yes, I taunt. I have a taunt art. That's the difference between this and Nin. This has more flexibility and a taunt in its aura.
Okay. I'm gonna need
Nin is a lot easier to drive, though, for wave riding. Because its crash is just, it self-manages the crash.
Yeah, the crash and stuff is it's your downtime. You need to wait a bit and then come back.
Nin doesn't have to wait. It can just automatically start bringing itself right back up.
Okay.
But it doesn't peak as high, and it doesn't have an in-between stage. You know, I can go from 45 to incarnate several different ways with Hornet.
Oh,
With
yeah.
Nin, you only have a couple of ways.
Mm.
So a little less flexibility. And something with Psionic again somewhere. Come on, heal. Okay, something's wrong with my binds. Do it the hard way. See, there's Psionic.
Ooh.
Now let's pull back a little. Reposition them so I can see them better.
Yeah, I got a few items. There's one item that is following you right now.
There we go. There's another Psionic.
Yeah. I can maybe get myself back on the feet. Oh, there's one. There's one evil candy here.
There it is.
Yeah.
Less than 10 seconds, I'll be back online.
Oh, you're crashing?
Coming up now. I'm back online. Coming up now. I managed to crash a little better that time. And that one's about. Okay. Dangerous thing is done. One more armor.
I won't complain on the XP on the labyrinth for sure.
Probably the best XP in the game.
Yeah. Wonder if you bring a little one you can PB more faster than if you do fire farming. But you have to be a level requirement, I guess.
The only thing that's going to have better XP is a solo fire farmer or a duo fire farmer with a kin.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so every fight is like that. So, and this is what it's like to, well, in this case, duo, but to duo or solo hard content. It is not fast, it's not easy, and they're outlasting me badly.
Yeah.
So this is a good example of what it feels like. Anyway, let's go, I guess, to the right.
Oh yeah.
And
It's evil on every side, so.
yes, it's evil on every side. There is a healer. Try and get him.
Oh. I try to fight myself who comes up here.
There's the psionic. Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know somebody that's gonna be sad that you're not part of the homecoming secret though.
Well,
I'm sure you know who's the hell I'm talking about. He got very inspired by your missions when he did his mission. The real question is, did you try his Drift Guard mission? That's the
I
real
think
question.
I turned into one of them for a little while.
Yeah.
I haven't really analyzed them. The thing is, when you to test, even to test 801, I literally used 6 to 10 different characters with different builds, including some SO only builds.
Oh.
And you have to actually pull stats, you have to analyze, you have to go in test mode, which I can't do on somebody else's arc.
Okay.
You can only do test mode on your own arc, and you have to literally measure all those stats so that you know, for instance, in working on something somewhere that I can't mention.
That's a thing you cannot mention.
I discovered that there was way too much minus endurance, and they said, "What? No way! That can't be. It was fine." And then I said, "Okay, well, here's the screenshots and here's the measurements, and this is going to flatline way too many people. You need to look at that and see what's going on." And so they did, and it got taken care of. Anyway, I'm going to crash in 20 seconds. So rather than
I'm gonna wait a bit. Yeah.
Let's just let it take care of itself. Because 20 seconds in won't even get a start. And that's the other thing. See, solo, I can do this. I can take the extra 20 seconds. In a team, they'd be in there and...
Yeah, they're already dive in the middle. Let me patch you. And it's still raining like crazy here.
Okay. That's a trap. That's a trap too. So I'm going to hit them, and how about you wait here right around the corner? I'll use you as a teleport target, and I'll pop back to you right after I hit them.
Oh, okay, sounds good. So we do hide and seek stuff. Okay.
I actually need about 30 seconds to really truly get away with this. There you go. Perfect. That's how I do it on teams. As I pick up anchor. This Hornet is extremely agile with teleport vines. She can even move with them.
That's nice.
She's just incredible.
Alright, here's the mad foes. Like this, we split those foes into 2 groups. It's way more easier to manage the outcome. And I won't say that you look like a tank at this point. It's just the way your build is made.
Ah, frickin' terrorize. I didn't bring anything for that either.
I don't know. Let me... yeah, I can hit from there.
Okay, I'll take out the Mindstorm. That's probably where it came from.
Alright. Yeah. That Land Blaster. Doing his bitch against us.
Yeah, I won't really be able to pull aggro off you because you're a brute, so your numbers and modifiers, even if I hit them as hard as I can.
Oh, that's fine.
You just...
I got some trick on my own sleeve. At some point.
I can't have a punch a hole in them.
Yeah. If you got nobody that have like hunting aura or something. But you manage very well, man. Better than me.
Wish me luck.
You want to come back here? Like
yep,
you did?
just wait
okay.
there.
Okay. Oh. myself from here. They hit very bad, eh?
They're not friendly.
Nope.
Okay, psionic. I'm gonna try and take it out.
Okay, I got a few with me, and I got my shield back. That's the thing that saved me most of the time. That particle shielding. Uh-oh.
Right.
There we go. Oh, we're down with that tower in the back here.
But if you were just watching, you couldn't hear me talking and going, "Oh crap, I'm about to die. Oh no, I need 10 seconds." You wouldn't know that, and you're looking and you're saying, "Wow, that scrapper's tough as a tank."
Yep.
But it isn't really. She's just really good at what she does.
Yeah, totally, man.
Let's see, 23 seconds.
Yeah, but that 23 seconds, sometimes it's good to wait. And then again, I recall the 5 life for this. You learn tricks on the goes. You learn to play the hard mode.
Okay, only one group, so I'm just going in.
Alright. Oh yeah, there's another part of the group in the back.
Yeah, try not to attract them. They won't see us up here. Somebody spelled all my aggro.
Yeah, I did take it. Sorry, man. You want some? I hope I meet your expectation on that mission early on.
Oh, you did fine.
I was like, oh, yes, I'm how can I say it? Sometimes I have French word, eh? But and I'm searching for my English word sometimes, so be my bad on that. But you have put high hope on me that I didn't have. I'm too honest.
You've been playing 801s, you'll be fine.
I should, I guess. I mean, if I did with level 22 unit, I should be good with high-end content with the exposure or any of my other greatly made build. Oh, there it goes.
A lot of it is really just mindset. Too many players have gotten too complacent with everything being entirely too easy.
Yeah.
And so they build to only damage, they build to only easy. Uh-oh, healer.
Oh,
Is that the healer? Where's the healer? Oh, there's the healer.
yeah, he's there.
And once you realize, oh, yeah, I do something stupid, not only do I die, the whole team dies. This is actually dangerous again.
Yeah.
Then you're fine. Because really, it's that. It's mindset's 90% of it. Uh-oh. Never mind.
Yeah, you're on the lockdown. I heard it. It's a small map, but there's lots of shit everywhere.
Well, that's the other thing. This density of mobs, that's something that old COH doesn't have. And that's something I did with 801. I showed, the existing maps can have denser mob counts.
No, sometimes we have
have to
shorter
be-
one, or we did have encounter some bug with the older map also.
But all the maps now could have denser content. And that's one thing you can do to ramp it up. Make little traps like this. The trap we avoided. So that if people just charge in, or just throw a big giant judgment, then bad things can happen because you can pull way more than you can handle.
Yep.
Okay, about 18 seconds before I can tackle that group.
We're gonna wait a bit. I got the ladies in. Finally, between the two EV ring we just got. Do you have any big project coming in?
I just real life, that's my project.
Oh yeah. Yeah, somebody want to play with me.
Oof, bad debuffs here.
Yeah, saw that. We're gonna push you some heal.
I'm not sure what's doing it, but bad debuffs. You'll probably be okay because you're more resist based. These are resists.
Yeah.
I don't have.
It's all about deflecting.
I'm defense based with resist supplement.
Okay.
That means I can't typically cap the resists. So heavy resist debuffs are an issue. Your issue will be if you get defense debuff, you'll start taking quad damage. Or at least double, but probably more like quad.
Okay.
I honestly don't know without playing with the math to see just how horrible it gets. Because you also, as the defense goes down, more bad things land. So it's not just straight EPS that's the problem.
Yeah.
I know mathematically it's about 2.5 times damage for a resist-based scrapper, but I like to say it's more like 3 once you consider the meta of it, all the stuff that also hits.
Okay.
And triple damage is obviously a bad thing, unless it's you doing it.
Yeah, if you're doing it, that's fine.
Okay. I'm gonna go for that, and on these back a little.
Yep.
That room's a little messy for my liking.
We got a mistress in the back.
Of course there is.
Sure, she wants to play along with us.
And I have no idea what I will do to get more psionic on Hornet, or if I will, but I'm going to look at it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if some set can maybe have some protection. Who knows? I have to check it up.
About 50 seconds before I can do anything too terribly hard.
I can do that small room there maybe. Well.
Let's get behind this just long enough. Oh, behind it, not in front of it, silly. Alright, 7. Alright, and that's the flexibility of energy armor. I just pushed my armor up without having to go into the hard armor that's not ready yet.
Yeah. I like that energy aura. Have good coverage on everything.
The ease. I've been doing a /N on a Sentinel, and the ease of not having to deal with or even hardly think about the crash. It's just crash. 15 seconds later, back up.
Yeah.
That is just so nice.
There are one less foes for us. Wow.
Okay. You come wait right about here.
Sure.
I'm going to use you as an anchor.
Okay, I'm
Powering
not
up
too sure if
armor.
that's good.
If only my nuke was ready, but it's not, so.
Oh. Hello, foes. Oh. We're bringing lots of them. Ooh.
Yep. Just hopefully not the AV. I was just trying not to get all of them. I'll take half. And frack, I think that's the AV. Nope.
Nope. Should we find out?
This looks like it.
What you thinking about the next change they're coming from? Now it's from the beta open server. What's your thinking on this one?
No comment till it gets here.
Okay.
These days I don't do a lot of anything except for playing and whatever I'm doing in real life, so don't really have... I wait till it gets here, then I figure it out.
How to play with it, yeah. I was just wondering. I did check it up a bit regarding if sometimes some change have effects on one of their build I already done, so that's why I always have an eye on it. They did some change with the armor on the last one. The crash was terrible back then for the meltdown. Now it's... I can say it's like a soft crash.
I wouldn't mind if they took the crashes out of all the armors and did something else, or did smaller crashes like they do with willpower, where it's, you know, like a 1/3 crash or even a 2/3 crash, or even a complete crash, but not the no endurance afterwards, not the minus recovery. Something so that you have some way to, if you know, like, you know, for instance, I pause and I use different recovery tools. Something that gives you options, or like Nin. Nin actually has a really good spot where it has its click power, and because it's a click, which some people don't like, they really don't like, they're like, why do I have to keep clicking this? Well, just because they want a different flavor. But as a result of that, Nin can actually wave ride like Hornet does, but the second they drop, as long as they haven't, you know, used their recovery power in the last 15 seconds, it's going to be up in 50, you know, so it's up. You hit it immediately. Sometimes you don't even crash completely, but even if you do, you're back up and in the fight in 15 seconds. Just absolutely no problem.
Okay, yeah.
So it gives it a very unique capability. You have a way to mitigate so that it's not, because even 30 seconds is forever, but 15 seconds? It's like, okay, I can recover. I just don't want that to happen in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, indeed.
Okay. I don't think that'll be the AV. So let's see how horrible this is and what kind of terrible death I die.
Do you want anchor again, like here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to see if I die.
What? Do you want me to do something?
There's no AV. I should be okay.
Alright. I'm gonna try to remove some of the foes on the back. Okay.
Alright, so the debuff wasn't terrible, but it ain't pretty either. Defense issues are not terrible, but also not very pretty.
Yeah. I'm gonna cover her up with the bar for now.
I was gonna say I should be good now. I've got 2 layers on up.
Okay, particle back. That's my downfall. If particle is not up and I'm losing too much, I'm shit.
I ended up with my radiation armor. I ended up building for almost all recovery, resistance, and HP replacement.
Yeah, so it's get
Recharge.
Yeah.
And yes, you can get in a hole so deep that you can't get out of it, even with barrier and demonic and everything else, because you're just too deep. But if you go with whichever one it is that heals, that can help a lot, as can your lore. And you can actually heal
radiant
through a whole lot of
therapy.
damage.
Yeah. You got radiation therapy that gives you a heal.
I was thinking the Destiny.
Oh, the Destiny.
Instead of doing barrier, which everybody does, which is a good choice because it gives you 30 seconds. It's kind of like a moment of glory, only to actually last 30 seconds, which is useful. Doing the healing one and just powering through on heals.
Yeah, that can be a thinking.
Pretty good. There's no one answer. It's going to depend on what you're fighting, but it's worth a try if you've got the resources to try it. Let's see here. That and that.
Extra.
That and armors are up, so I'm just going to nuke them.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna get the one that you don't like. Sure.
Oh. Sword.
Yeah, I got the EB on me. Oh, there's the. I was waiting for if there was still a SAR user. I'm on her.
Sword almost dead, running around somewhere.
Yeah. I must say that I use the bar mostly as what the fuck, I'm in shit moment, more than bashing the metal. If I'm waiting for the particle to get back, I will call it off. That's my thinking. 20 be down, another way to go.
Mine's trying to keep running, but
Oh yeah?
my aura is barely holding it. Which is actually why I picked... One of the reasons I picked this is the Scrapper aura will just barely, sometimes, most of the times, maybe hold aggro just enough.
That's lots of supposure, so maybe a little bit. But it does, it
Well,
does
it's better
work.
than,
Yeah, it's better than
it's
nothing.
better than nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is a big complaint with a lot of scrappers, is they're like, I can't hold any aggro and everything runs.
Yeah, but
Yep.
you're not built to do that. It can be a possibility at one point, but you're not being built for doing those.
Jeez, that's a boss. This could be bad, because we're a little close to that other group.
Yeah, that's why I'm. Oh yeah, there we go. We got
Here
one
comes
within
some.
one. Oh,
Ooh, fire damage. I need to take that one out.
yeah. We got a Psy user here. Evil.
Yeah, and a sorcerer, Vanguard sorcerer, side by side.
That's a dangerous combo, yeah.
Yeah, it says, which one do I kill first?
The one that have less HP, I guess.
I went for the Vanguard. I figured just, we'll pray AoE to clear the other one.
I'm gonna infuse you from. Oh, you're full, so I cannot give you stuff. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, we're left with two groups, including that very evil
Yeah.
foe.
I am going to try and pull the right group. Oh! Yeah, there's only two of us. We only got an EB version, not an AV. I'm going to try and pull that right group.
Oh yeah, he didn't give us the AV version.
Yeah, it won't. The group's too small. Let's see. How do I want to do this? '50s. Yeah, I got to do something about that. Let's do it this way. That'll give me about 10 seconds.
Yeah, gotta talk you, boss. You anchor back to me?
I wasn't sure if you were in position, so I just
Okay.
did my own.
Alright. Pray God.
3 seconds. 1 second.
Oh, preventive medicine, eh? Yeah. Oh.
Something lag.
Arbor it up.
There we go.
Oh, Nemi got lost in the dungeon.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh,
I hear
fire
Sonic,
user.
but it's just
Yeah.
it's a Ricty, so it's fine. They're not actually dangerous.
Oh no?
The one coming up behind here, though, it might be.
Maybe yes, maybe no. But
Ricty
you
or
got
Sonic,
the...
but they're not enough to be dangerous.
Oh, okay.
The illusionist is enough to be dangerous.
Yeah, because she off shift. Can be difficult to hit once you do that. You know, you got a question for one of my followers that texts me. Because always says, okay, if I have somebody in my bench, which question do you want to ask him? So I got a question for you.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
Sure.
Is there a way to get ambush trigger off a non-boss spawn within the AE?
Is there a way to get an ambush off of?
A non-boss spawn.
Oh yeah, 801 does it with hidden minions that look like there's a minion that looks like it's not a minion that disguises in, and so that's when you throw your big judgment in there. Even if it doesn't kill anything else, it kills the minion, and it has 3 ambushes that trigger off of each of those 2 minions, and you get 6 instant ambushes off of a minion. But it uses the boss objective, but you can put a minion into the boss objective.
Oh shit. So I guess he got his answer. Well, you gotta get his answer later on.
Yep. Yes, you can do that.
So you can do
and
pretty
that's why-
nice shit in the AE actually. Yeah.
You can do a lot of stuff, yes.
Wow. That's terrible. The Supreme Terrorize.
Yeah, oh yeah. Terrorizing's rough.
Yep.
That's another one. I did not bring anything to cover, but I got a drop for it if I get hit.
Okay.
Terrorize has killed me more than once.
Yeah, because you're unable to do anything. And that's something I like to use a lot with my next build. And when it's it, man,
Oh.
it's so cool.
Dark Dom.
Full dark zone.
Immobilize, terrorize. It is a giant, frequently up, double, triple stackable, effectively a hole.
Yep. Well, that was nice.
I'm going to number 2.
Do you have a final word to say to our viewer?
No, not really. Just
You
have
you
fun.
answer lots of questions, man. I hope you like your experience.
Yeah. You'll have to join us more.
Of course.
We'll do more Labyrinth. And yes, they Excel has a raid pretty much every day, a little bit before 6 o'clock.
Oh, okay, so that's good to know. So that's why it was like full in the first.
That's right. That's why it's full. And it'll run anywhere from 20 minutes to, well, an hour at the longest, but usually
Wow.
20, 30 minutes.
Well, I thank
Lots
you
of
very
ovals.
much for joining my red bench, man. And I see you soon.